Hey, I'm going to make some baby food. Someone saw on my Snapchat that I was making Ruby some food and asked me about it, so I thought I'd make a video because I'm kind of obsessed with making videos to show you how I make baby food. So I much prefer to make it with Rocky. Pretty much all of his baby food was made unless we were away. Little Angel's baby food. So there is a New Zealand company and it's all fresh frozen baby foods. It's all made by the amazing team at Little Angels, and then it's frozen and delivered to your door through the baby bag. They're like our go-tos, or they were with Rocky for when we were away and things like that. Making your own baby food is so easy. Even when I had Rocky, I can remember people asking me, like, how do you make your own baby food? And to me, it's just something that, I don't know, I just assumed everyone knew how to do, but people don't know how to, like, stew fruit and things like that. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. So I've got some kumara already on because I'd already started before I thought about making it. So now I'm just going to, I'm going to make a sweet and a savoury. Actually, I'm going to make two savoury-ish. Avocado savoury, right? So I probably should have prepped a bit better so that you weren't just watching me do lots of stuff. Like I could have already pitted the pumpkin and things, but I didn't. So instead I'll just talk and you guys can just listen. So I'm just cutting the skin off the pumpkin. I was very reluctant to start Ruby on solids already. So she's like 5 and a bit months, and I was quite more than happy to wait till 6 or 7 months. My main reason being I didn't want the extra work of having to feed another child. Obviously my priorities are really good, but she's so into it. It's like the classic example of having 2 children. So I've not done heaps because I'm just she hasn't even really started. So I just put some pumpkin in there. So there's pumpkin and kumara boiling and just covered with water. What I was saying though is Ruby, I'm just going to turn my other element on. This is like my own cooking show. I still haven't got dressed yet either, and it's 3:10, but that's okay because on Mondays we don't do anything because I have both kids home from preschool. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Rocky started solids at 5 months old, like on the day, because I was just sure that I knew what was best and he needed to eat foods because he was like a big boy and rah. When he wasn't actually showing any signs of needing to start solids, like nothing. But I was like, I know my baby better than anyone else and he needs to eat solids, It's kind of like that whole you want your baby to grow up quicker than they are growing up. Ruby, on the other hand, is so in need of starting solids. She's showing every single sign apart from she can't sit up on her own for very long. But I'm like, no thanks. My mum thinks I'm really mean because she literally will sit there watching you eat your food going, and she grabs at anything she can. I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. She's had some rusks for probably the last like 2 weeks just randomly when we're eating because I feel so bad that we're eating and she sits in her high chair at the table and she's got nothing to eat and she's just watching us like, I hate you guys, feed me. So I'm going to feed her. I also gave her a little bit of avocado the other day. She really enjoyed that, which I'm going to make that as well. So I'm making all of this food and then I'm going to freeze it, which is what I did with Rocky. I'm all about the easy parenting. Just to set aside, it's kind of like, you know, the big meal prep trend. Well, it's not really a trend, but like, oh, let's get skinny by meal prepping. Like, let's all Snapchat our meal prep days every Sunday and, you know, let's Instagram, #meal prep day, #clean eating, #blah blah. Nothing wrong with that, but we don't really care. So that's what I do with Ruby. I'm like, #baby prep food day, #Ruby clean eating, #shred life. Yeah. So I've just put the pears in some water in a saucepan, so they're only covered just to the top. So this is how you stew fruits if you didn't know. I don't really know, but this is what I do. Whether or not it's right, that's another thing. So that's on. I'm just going to cover it because it will cook better, well, faster. Okay, so now I'm going to do some avocado. So I didn't actually know if you could freeze avocado. They're really friggin' expensive too. Like, I'm sure they're like $3 an avocado, and then none of them are ripe. But I went to this little veggie shop yesterday, and I found one little tiny, it's so tiny, one little baby one that was like 99 cents. So I got that, and it was the only ripe one out of all of them. And of course, it was the smallest. So I'm just gonna de-pip, and scrape the insides out. And then I'm going to mix it with some breast milk and put it in the NutriBullet. I've never done this before, but I think I'm going to do that because when I gave it to her the other day, I just like scraped it out, mashed it, and then I pushed it through a sieve, which is kind of like tedious. Is that the right word? So I'm just going to try it in the NutriBullet. I've just quickly peeled a apple because I was meant to do pear and apple, but I forgot. I just found this pear in the bottom of the like veggie and fruit basket, and I figured I'd use it because that's what you do when you make like apple crumble and stuff. You always use the bad one. And I don't know, you probably shouldn't do that with a baby. When you cook things, it makes everything better. So I think it'll be fine. It's not like bad, it's just the like lone runty ranger one in the bottom of the veggie basket that would have been forgotten about, and then all of a sudden I would have noticed that the fridge was smelling, and then I would have found it just hanging out on its own, all manky. So now I've saved it from being manky. So that's got apple and pear in it. So Rocky's yelling at me for something to drink, but his drink bottle's right next to him, so I'm just going to ignore him. So avocado. Do you guys see this cool trick? So you get your knife. I'm probably going to cut myself. And you go like that, and then it's meant to just pull out, but oh yeah, see? Cool, I know. I just answered myself. So I'm just emptying the avocado, into my NutriBullet, into that. So I've just got the little one. And then I've got some breast milk that I prepared earlier. See? So this is my Hakka breast pump. I'm not going to bang on about that because I always bang on about that. But they do come out in the next week, I think, for all the pre-orders arrive. So if you haven't pre-ordered, get to it. Global Baby is where we got ours. We love Global Baby, so go support them. But that you can get them on the Hakka website directly as well. Yeah, really great for storing milk as well. And they just, yes, I'm going to cuddle you. And they just brought out lids for them, so you can just whack a lid on it and you don't spill it. So you can find those on the Hakka website. But, say hi? No? Okay. So I don't know how much to use. Like I said, I've only not really done this before. But just going to pour. I think I'll just do a little bit at a time so that it's not this watery, boob juicy avocado mess. But I think we can do more than that. Do you want to help me, buddy? Should we put the lid on? Right, I'm going to sit Rocky here and hopefully he doesn't obscure your vision with his ghetto booty. Right, you sit there. Yeah. So we're going to, oh shit. I just about dropped my milk. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, that's in there. So I couldn't find the lid. Oh, I couldn't find the lid. But I've just found it. And it was like inside it already. So I've just realised that I put this weird blade on, but I don't even know what that does. So we'll just take that off. Duh. And then put this in. Right, so now you put it in, mate. Right on. Right, we're going to push it down. It's going to be loud. You ready? You want to cover your ears? He doesn't know what that means. Say kia ora. Kia. We've got to make Ruby her kai, like Rocky has kai. Ready? Right. So, I think that the key is going to be just keep adding the old bosom juice. Yeah, because it's still really thick. Like I said, I've never done this before, so we need lots more breast milk. Do you reckon that's enough?
That's enough.
Is that enough, or do we need more?
Need more.
Need more. I don't know. I think Rocky's tricking me. I think Rocky's trying to sabotage Ruby's kai. Right, I feel like this is a good one. Okay, so that's looking way better. I don't know if you can tell. One last bit of breast milk, and then I think we'll be good. But, you guys... Pardon?
What's the tape?
I don't know what you're saying.
The tape.
You want to shake it? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'll put it on. Let's have a look.
Tape.
Yeah, so that looks pretty good now. But you still can't really see it. Do you reckon it looks good? Do you want to try some?
No.
Oh yeah, so that's real good. So you can see it's just like a blobby, gluggy, gross mess. But Ruby's gonna love it. We're one down, avocado breast milk puree. Beautiful. So you want to stab them so they're like over cooked like vegetables. So basically kind of like I guess what you'd mash them like if you were making like mashed potatoes. So the apple's really good as well. So let's turn them off. Okay, so I'm just going to drain the vegetables off. I'm draining them into a bowl because I'll use that liquid to like make them thinner. So I think, I'm assuming you can use hot food in these. We'll soon find out. If I blow up, you guys will be able to tell people why I blew up. And it will be because my NutriBullet, can't have hot stuff in it, but surely it can because on the ads, don't they make soup? So I'm going to whiz this all up. Can I put the hot water in there or am I going to blow up? Maybe I should Google it. Okay, so after a super quick Google, I decided that I should not put boiling hot water into the NutriBullet. I don't want to be burned. So I'm just going to mash it, but ideally, you could just wait and cool it down. I've just got the good old hand masher thing, and I'm just mashing up the veggies. You want to help? This is hot, so you can kind of help. Just don't burn yourself. Just mashing it up. See? Mash. Okay, so Rocky's totally doing a wicked job at mashing the shit out of this. He's not. He's really useless. But I'll keep him on because he's quite cute. Oh, Rocky's got that under control. I'm going to do the same.
Under control.
You got it under control?
Yeah.
Thanks. So I'm just going to drain off my pear and apple mixture as well. So Rocky's just going to play with the water next to me.
I put the water.
Yeah, good job. I don't really know. I might add some breast milk to this too. Because it's kind of like mashed potatoes. You'd put a bit of cream in there. Or like put a bit of bloody milk and butter. It's looking like a really lovely baby poopy gross consistency. But I think that's all we need. See, this is why I shouldn't be teaching the nation how to make baby food. I think that's runny enough. So I'm going to say some, no, I'm going to use all the breast milk because you don't want breast milk in pears, that's weird. But it's totally normal to put your breast milk in like pumpkin and stuff. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that consistency. It's lovely if you were a 5-month-old baby child. And we're going to do the pears. So same thing, I poured the water into a bowl because I'm going to need some to mash it. You guys should get yourself a toddler. Oh, hot water, that's really hot. Yeah, like I was saying, you guys should get yourself a toddler, and if you don't have one, you should hire them. Child labour, really cheap. They don't eat much, so I don't really know. I guess I could whiz it up. It's really watery, so maybe don't add any water. I'm just going to try and drain off some of the water, maybe. I think what I will do, because I don't want to burn my face, like this article I just read was like, 10 ways your NutriBullet is trying to kill you. I don't think mine's trying to kill me, so I don't want to make it mad. And I think what I'm going to do is let that cool down completely. But I think a few lumps won't hurt it. Maybe it is okay. I think I'm just going to go with it. Okay, check out this kid. So not only is he washing the dishes, he's then stacking them on the bloody side of the sink. Rocky, are you doing awesome? So now I've got ice cube trays. These are weird ones because like, I live at Mum and Dad's and I don't know where their normal ones are. And I've only found these. They're like silicone at the back, so you'd pop them out really easy. But one, I guess you could just kind of pour it loosely everywhere like that. And then like smudge it into the holes. Sometimes when Rocky and I bake or cook or something, the element's not even on. Sometimes if we are doing baking and things, I make him refer to me as chef. So I'll be like, Rocky, you got to say to Mummy, yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
See, like that. Okay, so I've just done those. So I'm going to put them straight into the freezer. I'm going to use these Cory ones and do the avocado. So I have Googled extensively if you can freeze avocado because I was like, oh, that could be weird. But you totally can. So I'm just emptying my NutriBullet ingredients. Remember the avocado was cold, so there was no chance of me blowing off my face, into the ice cube thing. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want them to be this big, oh, they might be alright, but she doesn't eat a lot right this second because she's just started, is I'll probably freeze them, and then I'll get them out, and then I'll cut them in half, so that she's only actually got half the size of these. I don't know, I might not even do that. That might sound like more work than it's worth. Oh, but there's lots in the top here. Don't forget this stuff. Look at this. Look at all this avocado-y goodness I'm getting out of here. So that's the avocado-ness. So that's ready to be frozen. Oh yeah, but what I was saying is when they, so when you get it out of the freezer, it might go brown, but it will only be the outside layer. And then once you mix it all around, it will go not so brown. So don't be worried about having brown avocado. So is the old stewed Perio, which I'm not sure whether it's actually that great. It's really liquidy and lumpy. So I'm going to freeze it anyway. Maybe I just did something wrong and it's not actually, because what did they do in the old days? They didn't have NutriBullets then, but they had muleys. Does anyone know what a muley is? Obviously that was a rhetorical question because you can't answer back to me. It's like Rocky watching Dora like answering her. I like this call. We've got one. I just tried to find it and I couldn't find it. But I'll find it and I'll YouTube it one day. It's like a big thing and you put the food in it and then you whiz the wheel around and then it comes out all sieved and muley. Do you want to look at my face? It comes out all like muleyed and sieved and stuff. So that's what they used when they didn't have NutriBullets in the old days. Yeah, you got me wet, thanks. So that's your fruity roux. So that's your, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but she can't complain because she can't talk, so whatever. So 10, that is how I make baby food. If anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to flick me a message.